Hello, this is Ricardo, and I'm currently playing Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. So this came out about 2 days ago on Steam. So where I am now, I've got so far in the training missions where I can unlock additional ships by unlocking blueprints from this engineering guy who comes on in his condescending manner and says, hey, you know, I can build you some more ships. So there's some capital ships, and you see the capital ship icon is flashing. So by clicking on that, we can now do an adamant frigate. Bit more firepower than over the manticores. So we're going to build some of them. Now you can rush it as well, but that incurs more Tilium. Now you haven't got so much Tilium. Tilium comes from the colonies. Happy colonies produce more Tilium. Unhappy colonies don't produce Tilium, and that breaks the colony accord, and you don't want that. So there you go. It gives you a time how many turns it takes to build those ships, so you've got to plan in advance to see where you're going to do what you're going to do. But like I say, you can rush it for an additional price. So the manticores are running a bit low on those, so I think it's probably worthwhile building those up. Manticores don't hold a Viper squadron. The other ships, the adamant frigates, they do. And when you get more Tilium, then you can build baby Battlestars. So, here we are, clear the Cylon presence from Cocalus. This is the mission. So we get a few requisition points, some additional Tilium. But to do that, we're going to have to jump the Daedalus base right to the center. And I still can't quite get the hang of moving that base around. I don't know what it is. It's just that, do you want to spend all that Tilium? Yes or no? Yes. Okay then. Right. So, confirm your jump. Jump. Do you want to jump? Yes. Please jump. Now end your turn. You know, it's a little bit clunky. I know it's, you know, strategy and micromanagement, but I don't know. I just think it could have been done a little bit smoother, perhaps. But yeah, it's one of the few criticisms I have of the game so far. Oh, and this loading screen. They could have put different loading screens up. Bearing in mind we haven't seen the Galactica yet. As was mentioned in the opening sequence, Galactica went missing the day it got delivered to Caprica. So anyway, here we are in the Cocalus system. This is chapter 4. So we're going to move all our ships into position. We're going to move the Daedalus. Okay, so we'll jump into system right now.
In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so here's our manticores. Only 2 manticores in system right now.
Sir, records show there hasn't been a Tauran presence out here since the war first broke. We can
I'm getting some talky bit about there not being any Tauran presence in system. Okay, so let's start moving our ships out. Launch some Vipers from the Daedalus as well to make sure we've got some additional fire support. And wait for those Cylons to come knocking. So the Manticores, quite nice, little Corvette type ships. You know, they're not going to set the world alight. But as soon as we get those adamant frigates in, you know, they can hit a pretty good punch as well. So again, remembering to think 3-dimensionally when maneuvering the ships. We've ended the turn, and our ships are progressing now towards those 2 Cylon contacts that have flashed up on the screen. So, nothing to do really. End turn again. We're starting to get in range as well now. Now those Cylon ships have launched what looks like to be fighters. So that's okay. We can launch our own. But only from the Daedalus base, not from the Manticores.
Yes, Commander.
Again, we're going to move in quicker so we can get a better firing solution on those ships. Okay. So we're going to try and launch our squadrons now. Launch all squadrons. So that's all that's going to do. Make sure our turrets have got a decent firing solution. So the solution on the turrets from the base is quite narrow. Whether there's an engineering upgrade to come further on in the game, who knows? I think as soon as those small ships come close, we're going to start opening up with the base's guns. Okay, so we've got to try and engage those Cylon raiders, or whatever they are, and the ships that came with them. So, turrets to engage, get the firing solution in, end the turn. Let's see what happens. So we are taking a little bit of damage. And something else has jumped in. Oh, wonderful.
It appears someone really doesn't want us leaving Helios Alpha.
Just what I need. Something else to jump in as well. So, it's going to be all hands on deck for this one. Going to fire some guided missiles at that. And we're going to fire some guided missiles at that as well. Just try and get them in as quickly as we possibly can. So all the subsystems are fine. We're going to give a defensive posture, just so we get a little bit more power towards firewalls so you don't get hacked as quickly. And now we're going to select those Vipers and get those Vipers engaging. So pressing the spacebar engages the menu for the Vipers. Still fantastic graphics, and having a look at the system map gives you a better idea as well of where the enemy units are. So we're getting everyone moving, everyone engaging.
Squadron target is confirmed.
And we're going to end the turn. Again, like what I've said in other videos, all this micromanagement is so time consuming, and then when you watch the replay back at the end of the mission, should you be successful, you're like, hang on, I just spent 27 minutes doing that, and it's over in 2 minutes 10 seconds, if that. So anyway, not to complain, I think it's great. I love Battlestar Galactica. It might be time to get the old Battlestar Galactica version out on DVD. Actually, I might have it on Blu-ray, actually. I don't know. I'll have a look. And start introducing my kids to that. Okay, so again, we're selecting the posture. I'm doing the base get intact. So setting the posture to defensive puts all the crew's focus towards defending the base and make sure all those defenses are in place. Though giving it more aggressive posture, it's shoot those guns and nothing else. Again, adjusting the posture to that manticore, changing its heading. Making sure the firing solution's on. Focusing that fire. Okay. End turn. So my one manticore is caught in a bit of a crossfire, but we've got the Vipers have started to engage as well now, which is good. Change direction of that manticore, bring it up alongside that other ship, that Talon. Of course, I hope there's a quicker cooldown mod you can have for missiles. Missiles impacting the most damage on those enemy ships as well. Guns, not so much. You've got to be in close proximity. And then again, once you start getting the battle stars, we've had a quick look at what the battle stars are like with the Battlestar Athena in Mission 2. and how good that was. You know, flak, turrets, more missiles. Those Jupiter-class Battlestars are really something else. Again, the micromanagement taking up so much time. So much time. So I suppose because we're so early on in the game and not given the option to build any bigger ships, even though the blueprints came in for the Adamant frigates, I suppose in hindsight, when playing this mission, what I should have done is rushed that Adamant cruiser through and given these Adamants, these Manticores, a little bit of support from the Adamants. Though I chose to wait and have more units. I think that was a mistake on my part. There you are, I've admitted it. It was a mistake. I should have brought more firepower to this party. I think the Manticores are going to be very much overstretched here with what they're going to do. I'm going to try not to fly into any other enemy ships this time as well. So, you know, keeping the focus fire on the enemy ships and making sure the firing arcs of the ships are in range as well is going to be very important. With the Vipers, they're not going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Really good against, you know, fighters and the Cylon raiders. But in regards to some of the other ships, yes, you know, they'll, in a swarm of 2 squadrons, they are going to pack a bit of a punch over a sustained amount of time. And that, I think, is going to be the problem. Will we have enough time? I think these ships are going to get close enough. They're going to start engaging the base. That's not going to go down too well with High Command and the Admiralty. And I may end up losing this game. But you never know. You never know with this. Perhaps some cunning strategy on my behalf might get me through. A bit of old age and treachery as opposed to youth and skill. So more missiles firing off now. Here's another salvo. Gonna fire some more missiles at that unit. Of course, it's like 3 turns before those Manticores can refire their missiles. And as we do that, we're going to try and move out the way a little bit as well. Try and get out of the... Of course, their firing arcs are different to what the Manticores are. So we're going to make sure our Vipers are engaging. Yes, they are. We don't want to go recalling anything. The Daedalus shipyard has taken a few hits. So I have to start, you know, making sure those turrets are doing their job, and I have to start doing some repair work as well. I mean, the hangar has taken quite a bit of it down there, down to at least under a 1/5. So we've got some repair work going on now, and you can see it's fluctuating a bit. It's taken some additional hits on the hangar. That's not really what I wanted to have happened. This basically means that my ships aren't doing their job, and I'm severely undermanned in this fight. One of my Manticores is going to bite the dust anytime soon as well. It's well down on health.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay, here we go.
We've lost a Manticore.
So that's one Manticore gone. Oh dear. The other one is targeting the other Talon. Of course, we can't fire any missiles. We've got to rely on guns. Now, when you start to repair systems, it basically takes them offline. So if you start repairing your fire control, that will take your fire control offline. And that means, not about putting out fires or anything like that, you can't shoot. So if you start going toe-to-toe with the Cylons and you've had a bit of damage and you take your fire control to be repaired, that goes offline, you might as well wave at them throughout the windows because you're not going to be able to do anything. I suppose in hindsight, before playing these games, I should have read the manual that was available. See, there you go. Fire control is offline. Alright, now it isn't. Now we're going to fire some missiles at that.
Manticore is taking damage. Missiles incoming.
There you go, missiles away. Nice close proximity. They come up alongside it, and hopefully the gun turrets will be able to do their work now. So I'm down to 2 Viper squadrons, and they've taken some hits, and a Manticore, the Lancer, which is down to about 25% health. So I'm not holding up an awful lot of hope there. So the base is going to have to start doing its thing. So engineering has taken a hit, so we're going to get engineering repaired on the Daedalus shipyard. And we're going to ensure that those Vipers are targeting that Nemesis enemy unit. That's also in the firing range of the Daedalus.
Manticore is taking damage.
Viper fire is coming in from both sides, and there's that Corvette gone. Thank God for that. I'm starting to get worried. I thought I was going to lose really badly. Because let's face it, these training missions are all well and good, and they're teaching you how to play the game, and that's fantastic. But you want a Battlestar. You want to get a fleet of Battlestars, and you want to put it against whatever the Cylons have got knocking around. I mean, hopefully, and I dare say there will be, there's going to be Cylon base stars coming up. So your Battlestars are going to have to go toe-to-toe with those base stars, and that's what I can't wait for. But you've got to do your porridge. You've got to learn, how to play the game. So 2 Manticores down now. All I've got is the shipyard, and the shipyard's complement of Viper Mark 1s. Not even Viper Mark 2s. Viper Mark 1. The ye olde Vipers. So we're going to have to use the Vipers now to try and draw the other units into the firing solution of the turrets of the Daedalus. Which I think shouldn't be too difficult, because those things are going to come right at us and attack me straight away. So the Vipers, we got them engaging that Nemesis. Nothing else to do there, just end the turn. No point trying to prolong the agony, and it's toast. The toast for the toasters. So, the next unit now, the Raider Squadron. Our Vipers can engage those. Of course, the Vipers are more apt to engaging small fighter craft to the Corvette size Nemesis units. So hopefully we should be alright. So if you're still with me 18 minutes and 24 seconds in, please remember to click the subscribe and like button. I mean, this is going to be a series of games I'm going to be playing. I am a fan of the series, the films, the original series as well, and this game is turning out to be brilliant. So more videos will be coming. Again, we're engaging that Talon. It's nearly down. Of course, more repairs needed to be done. We've got to get our ships engaging those. Somehow. Pick them off in sort of wolf pack sort of movements. So with this, it's the inability, I suppose, really to build additional capital ships or ships to come ready in the middle of a fight. You commit your units and that's it. That's what you've got to live with. If you cock it up, you can't go and build a Battlestar halfway through the game. Which is a shame, because I think if one becomes available, you've got to wait for the next strategic turn to get it. Whereas if one's available, why not let it jump in or become available? I don't know. It's like a very sort of complicated game of chess. I suppose, really. That's what I was explaining it to a friend the other day when he asked me what the game was all about. I said, well, you know, it's strategy. It's move for move. It's micromanagement. You get into every minutia of this battle. I think this battle would have gone a hell of a lot easier if I put an adamant ship in with those two Manticore, because the Manticore, they've just gone. Okay, so we're engaging the Raider Squadron now. Ending the turn. They're attacking the station. Yes, and that ship is down. The other one's starting to come into the station's firing solution, so at least their cannons can help out, even though they're going to take a bit of damage. Oh, this has been a painfully long battle. Painfully long. But we're finally getting there. If it wasn't for those Vipers attached to that station, that would be it. That would be it. I'd be completely lost. So, they're targeting the Mark 1 Raiders now. There's a little bit of a replay of what happened. Like we need to be reminded of that. End the turn. And hopefully those Vipers will see them off. To make sure those turrets are selected to fire on that Talon that's coming into the firing range. The armory, we're going to get that repaired. Of course, these bigger ships, they took quite a few missile hits as well from the Manticores. The Manticores weren't just completely useless, but it's the Vipers now swarming in. To attack them. And that's it. Finally, after 22 minutes of agony, am I going to win it? Am I not? I don't know. Let's see.
I'll sleep better when I can see the Ragnar clouds again. I don't think I've had more than 4 hours of rack time since Pycon.
So that's a quick replay. This shouldn't go on for too much longer. So with the replay anyway, I've been Ricardo and this has been Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. This has been Mission 4. Thanks very much for watching. And if you are still with me after 23 minutes, please check back for more videos in the series.